morning, everyone. Welcome to day 20 of the Preset 6 challenge. So today is a fishy day. It's also a scrambled eggy tofu morning. And I am going to change that up just slightly in that it says to make eggs with 2 slices of toast and then to have your cucumber and fruit. I'm actually going to change that up to just start making 1 piece of toast because 2 is just not necessary. It doesn't fit in my little tiny container that I take my eggy tofu in very well anyways, so I'm just going to start making 1 slice of toast rather than 2. And for fruit, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna take an apple. Just be plain Jane boring and take an apple. There's blueberries in the refrigerator, and there's some Asian pears and regular pears. Well, I don't think there's regular pears. There's Asian pears. Anyways, I'm just gonna take an apple, I think. I think that sounds good. So that's gonna be the first meal of the day. And the second meal is a fishy day. So again, it's fish and then a salad and quinoa. So that's what we're going to do. I have purchased another Sophie's Kitchen fish product, and this one is it's gluten-free, but it's breaded fish fillets. This actually has some fiber in it. I was really super excited about that. It's got 3 grams of dietary fiber for the 2 pieces that I cooked in the oven. So there is oil in this, and I would choose not to do that. You guys know that. I really try to avoid it whenever possible. However, just as a little thing to try here or there, tell people how things are, I mean, it's not going to kill me to have 1 meal that has a little bit of oil in it once a week, which actually, I mean, once this challenge is over, I probably won't be having the fish again, unless it's like a super big treat, like one of my kids really wants to have a vegan fish product or something. But anyway, we used to make breaded, deep fat fried breaded fish, like in a previous lifetime, and bought tartar sauce to go with it. And I remember liking that a lot. So I thought I probably should make a tartar sauce to go with my little breaded fish fillets. But like all the recipes I was finding online were with using vegan mayonnaise, and I don't buy vegan mayonnaise. So I found one it's called Monkey and Me Kitchen Adventures. And Amira had posted a picture on, I don't remember where, I think it was on one of the Facebook pages. I don't remember where it was, but it was gorgeous. Like, these people know how to take pictures for real. I don't know how to take pictures for real. These people know how to take pictures. So anyways, I'm going to use their recipe, modify it just slightly so that it works for me, because I don't have capers, and just change the recipe just a teeny tiny little bit, not much. I'm going to pretty much follow the recipe. So it doesn't call for a whole lot of different ingredients. There's just some spices and with some tofu, really and truly. It's not complex at all. And what they have you do is just mix everything together in a bowl, like either with a whisk or a fork or something, I would assume, and then just eat it that way. I'm actually going to use a blender partially and then mix in 2 of the ingredients at the end because I don't want them blended. But yeah, come on down to the counter and we will talk about what we're gonna make for a tartar sauce. I'm really excited about this. I hope it tastes good. So in my little container here, I have 1 tablespoon of oil. That's funny. No, 1 tablespoon of water. I don't know why I would think I had oil in here. Anyways, so I've got a tablespoon of water, and it calls for 1/2 cup of silken tofu. And that's obviously not quite half of a cup, but it's darn close. So that's what we're gonna use. Splash. Then it calls for, let's do the other stuff that I'm going to put in here. So 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder. It calls for 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. My husband makes, he bakes garlic. So we have roasted garlic almost all the time in the refrigerator, which is awesome. And I love this stuff. It's super soft and it's super creamy, and it's just wonderful. So I'm going to just use 1 clove of roasted garlic in here. Then it calls for 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. I'm gonna put that in there. It does call for 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm not going to use any salt because I am going to mix in some pickles, and it calls for, I will put a dash of cracked black pepper in here. Well, it's already cracked. I'm not cracking anything. There's a dash. Okay, that's all I'm going to put in here. But the other 2 ingredients that I am going to use, it calls for chives, either freeze-dried or fresh, and we grow them in the backyard, well, in a bucket on the back porch. Anyway, so I went outside and I grabbed some, and I saw a little baby tiny gecko. It was so cute. It was like this long. It was itty bitty. Anyways, so I'm going to put those in there after I've blended this. and it calls for 2 heaping teaspoons of capers, drained and chopped. I don't have those, so I'm gonna put a little bit of pickle relish in there, and that's why I'm leaving out the salt, because yeah, this stuff has like psycho amounts of salt. I'm going to fish out the chunks of pickles that are cucumbers that are in there, and not put any of the liquid in there, because this will be liquidy enough. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I will be back to show you guys what my meal is going to look like in just a little bit. Oh my gosh, guys, you could totally do a happy dance if you saw my plate of food. I wish I could eat right now. It looks wonderful. I am so excited. So I'll show you what it looks like. I wish you could see it in person and smell it. It looks so amazing. So I got these 2 little fishy sticks right here, little fish fillets. I made the quinoa with a little bit of Better Than Bouillon No Chicken base. Not much, just a tiny little bit. Like literally like 1/8 of a teaspoon, tiny little bit. Just to give it a teeny tiny little bit of flavor. And there is this little row of, I bought these tomatoes that are in this little container, and they're just in little sets like that. And they're wonderful. They taste delicious. And here is my tartar sauce. So I did end up adding just a tiny bit more water to get it to blend nicely. And then I put my pickles in there and stirred in my, what are those things called? Oh, chives. Yeah, that's what I kept wanting to say. Capers. I don't have any capers. The chives. So anyways, I am super excited about this. It smells wonderful. I'm not taking that whole entire container of tartar sauce, because yeah, that's like insane amount of tartar sauce. I'll just take a little container. And I will talk to you guys tonight about how delicious and wonderful my food was, whether it was or not. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be wonderful. So that is it for me. I need to get ready to go to work like real super fast here and be tootling on out the door. And I'm very excited about today's food. I think this is gonna be wonderful. So I will see you guys again tonight, and we will be doing some exercise. Alrighty guys, so I am home from work, and I'm gonna be doing some exercises here pretty soon, but I want to talk to you about food real quick. So the fish was awesome. It was so super tasty. Not really very fishy. I mean, it was a little bit fishy flavored, but the fish fillet consistency was more like a chicken consistency than a fish consistency, because like fish fillets usually are just flaky fall apart type thing. This didn't really flaky fall apart at all, which is totally fine, because the flavor was very good, and so was the tartar sauce. The tartar sauce was awesome. Like totally, if you're looking for a vegan tartar sauce, you definitely need to try that recipe for sure. That was well worth it. So, I didn't end up eating the quinoa very much of it, because it just wasn't as awesome. I mean, it really was back to the whole, I don't really like quinoa, but I ate all my tomatoes that I took, and they were super tasty. Yeah, so exercise. I walk in the door, and I am regaled from my children about, oh my gosh, this exercise is so horrible, this is terrible. Even my husband texted me when I was driving, oh boy, exercise is going to be really bad today. So let's go downstairs and I will show you guys what it is that we're doing today. Alright guys, so these are the exercises we're going to be doing today. My boys were having all sorts of fun and excitement talking about these V sit-ups. I am not excited about these at all. So yeah, that does look pretty horrible. The sitting twists, again, I actually enjoy those. Those are not bad. The leg raises are pretty brutal, and they're making us do way too many of them. And I've not ever done this knee in twist thing, so we're gonna have to give that a try, and yeah, see how that goes. We'll see if I actually finish any of these. I'm sure I'll finish the second exercise and most of the third exercise. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys about it in a little bit. All right guys, so we're done, and that was absolutely positively horrible. Like, holy cow. We watched a video on how to do a V-up for real, and basically all that should be left on the floor is your butt. That ain't happening. So we did modify, well, I did modified. Anthony tried to do them for real. I modified him. Yeah, you modified him too. He was doing better than I was, but so basically a modified one is where you just put one leg up in the air and reach for it with both of your hands. And that was still just as absolutely horrible as doing the two, really and truly. But we did them, for sure. The sitting twist was not so bad. I did that with 15-pound weight. But by the end of each of the times that I was doing it, the weight was starting to get heavier and heavier in my hands, so I was having a harder time holding my arms up while turning from one side to the other. Those leg raises just, they're horrible. Horrible. They went better than last time. It was still pretty horrible. Oh, better than the last thing. Yeah, this knee in and twist thing, yeah, my belly's too big. It gets in the way. So I tried doing them for real, and then I was like, yeah, I can't get, no, this does not work. My belly is too fat. I don't know how this could possibly be a beginner exercise. This exercise says it's suitable for beginners. I have no idea how. So anyways, so I was on my elbows and was able to do it because then my belly was like out of the way. It was still very difficult and I still felt them, but I was able to actually finish them. So yeah. Anyways, I'm very sore now and I am going to be done for the day, and I will see you guys again tomorrow for another day.